Hello, class. My name is Nick Jonas, and I'm going to be going in favor of the plaintiff in this case because I feel that the plaintiff's health information wasn't effectively protected by the facility. Let me start a little bit by talking about HIPAA. Um, HIPAA, or the Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act of 1996, is used to protect the civil rights of patients. Um, this act is a codified law and has actual punishment, which means that you can be fined or, dealt with harshly by the law. It's actual law. It's not just um, some kind of local regulation or something of that sort. Um, It is important to note that a Joint Commission finding of a HIPAA violation could be considerably detrimental to Ashford Hospital. And I would say in this case, I believe that there was a, you know, a definite negligence on the part of the facility. It is a medical treatment facility's obligation to the patient to protect their information. In this case, the plaintiff made a strong case for their information being exposed. Um, the nurse at Ashford Hospital was absolutely negligent, regardless of the fact that there may have been a medical release. Let's just be clear: there was a medical release. If there was a medical release that was signed by Mr. Jacobs, or Mr. Jones rather, that medical release, yes, it probably could have allowed the daughter access to his information, which is fine. However, that does not allow for everyone in the household to get information. And also, HIPAA does prevent even his wife from knowing his medical information in most circumstances, i.e., results or things of that nature. So we have to be mindful that just because they're family, they're not privy to his information. And just because a release may have been signed, that does not allow the information to be up and open, all of his medical information. It would have to be specific. Um, so the nurse at Ashford was absolutely negligent, regardless of the fact that there was a medical release signed. By leaving the information on the answering machine, the nurse has violated HIPAA. The nurse would have had no way of knowing who had access to the information she provided and left on an unsecure device in an unsecure location. And also, it's important to add that HIPAA definitely requires jurisdiction. So it would have to be, medical treatment facility that would be under the jurisdiction of HIPAA. Me just giving out someone's information, HIPAA doesn't necessarily have jurisdiction over me per se, but they do over the facility that I worked for, and then the facility could then hold me liable. Let's say I worked at a facility, but if I didn't, I was just a person. There would probably be other laws that could be used, but not necessarily the Office of Civil Rights. All right. So the Office of Civil Rights has every right to, in this case, enforce this HIPAA violation. Jacob Jones requested to be contacted via cell phone or via work phone. If the facility was unable to reach him, they should have left a message stating what the facility, which facility they were, and a number for him to call back without any specifics. It is important to also note that the Office for Civil Rights will also conduct training and visits to assist in compliance with rules. All right. So basically, in this case, I'm assuming that they would be guilty. The office could then come down, re-educate the staff, provide visibility, as in they will be there, probably often conducting surveys pending their investigation. Um, in closing, I'd just like to add that I truly believe that there was a violation here and that the defendants should be punished for their violation. That is all. Thank you, class.